It was raining in the dark. Promiscuity in the dark. We don't have no place to go, so we snuck through Johnson Park. I looked deeply in her eyes. She looked at me and I said hi. She said, "I thought, what could we do?" We'll climb her seat and touch her thigh. Boom, boom, boom. So she pushed my hand and said, "Cut it out. I'm on the rack." So I quickly plow. Thought about it for a second, then I changed my mind. Pulled out my zipper and showed her my 9, or maybe 7, or maybe 4. With water shrinkage, it could be 2. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm really not that type of girl. What the hell you doing out here then? I could be a rapist, killing girls. Come on, baby, we are grown, and we both living on our own. And then she said I was a child. I don't like you, take me home. So we drove this far in my rental car, cause I guess we was for steamer head. I took you out the Red Lobster and you ate like a monster, cause you filled up on a cheesy bread. What you think? I ain't slick up what you drink. Said I listen to you, now you wanna act like I'm dead. And after all the damn things a man need in this life, all I need is for you to give me hey. Now you want me to take you home, where you could find home on your own. Don't ask me to pay the tab. It's kinda late, there is no cab. Oh, you decided you wanna stay. You wanna suck it anyway. Well, let me know you're not a hoe. Oh, you sure whatever, okay. And so she looked me up and down. Then she grabbed my golden crown. And then she went 20 degrees below. And then you heard a piping sound. Wait a minute, what's that sound? I don't know if it's going down. We gotta go, something ain't right. My window top, I come to light. Where my penis all exposed. I'm facing love and what a hoe. I'm mad as fuck, I didn't come. He went to the side, I tried to run. He says, "Freeze, nigga, stay right there. And throw your hands up in the air." I took 2 steps, he took me down. I fucked the world when I hit the ground. My penis hurts and I went scream. rose up and said to me, he said, we're gonna be a busted magazine. Thank you.
Who are my Star Wars fans out there? Okay. I'm talking about the originals before George Lucas began getting drunk with power and puking up prequels there. So, the second one, Empire Strikes Back, Han is about to be frozen in carbonite. And Leia says to him, I love you. And he smirks and says, I know. I know? This is the last time, as far as he knows, that he's ever going to see this woman alive. The last words he will ever speak to her, the words that will lull her to sleep in tears every night, and he says, I know? I would be so pissed when he came back. So in the third one, when she gets grazed by a blaster, and he looks at her and says, I love you, and she smirks and says, I know. Unrealistic, a man directed that line. I can tell you why, because a woman would have shoved it in his face more. It would have been, I love you. I know. Fucker. Speaking of fuckers, does anybody else hate Bob Ross? That guy on PBS that's always teaching people how to paint. He's got the 70s fro and the Amish facial hair. He makes it look so easy, and he describes it as if it should be easy. But all it does is remind us talentless hacks that we are talentless hacks. So, basically, we just get him every week. All he does is show off on his show under the guise of teaching people to paint. He's like, oh, just put a blue blob there and a couple of green splotches here and hack at it a little bit. You got a completely detailed landscape. What's your problem? Oh, is that what I've been doing wrong this whole entire time? Basically what that does is make people like me feel like I should be able to do it, but still can't. So now I feel worse. Thanks a lot, you son of a bitch. Well, now that I've pissed you all off just like me, I just want to say thanks for humoring me, guys.
I reached a couple of milestones in my life the last couple of weeks, and I achieved them in the same night. I had my very first one-night stand, and I faked my very first orgasm. Yeah, it blew my mind up until that point. Like, how could a guy think that he could fake something like that? How could you get away with that? There's a very conspicuous lack of evidence left over. The guy making your sandwich at Subway, he can't just lie and say he put mayonnaise on your sandwich when he didn't. It's gonna be a dry sandwich. That's what I did. I gave it to her. I gave her a dry sandwich. Turkey meat on bread coming right up. This is crazy. You guys want to know how I faked it? This is how I faked my orgasm. I'm coming. That's it. I got away with it. It fucking blew my mind. How did that happen? There's no acting ability. It was just like a flat Mark Wahlberg delivery. That's it. And she believed it. You know, she didn't like do tests. She didn't inspect my dick. Because of course she's going to believe you. I think it would be weird if every time a guy came, his girl was like, really? Are you sure? What is she gonna do, a fluid inventory? No! She is going to assume that you're not an orgasm faking shithead like me. And to give you a little backstory, you know, why would I fake an orgasm? Well, this girl was the hottest girl that I have ever hooked up with, and I didn't want this experience to be the best 90 seconds of my life, you know what I mean? So here's what you gotta do as a guy. Here's what you gotta do as a guy, you know, if you're having sex, you know, sometimes as a guy, if we want to perform for you ladies, if we want you to enjoy yourself, we need to make sure we enjoy ourselves less. So this is what I had to do. I had to think of like shit that like terrified me, like anxieties in my head. So I'm just like pumping away. I'm like, man, gotta fill up that admissions essay. Shit. What if there was a really fast sloth? I gotta tell you, that technique worked way too well. I worked way too well. I was going on for way too long, and I couldn't come. And here's the thing: even if I did come, like, Guys, you ever have that, you get an orgasm that it happens, but it's not amazing? There's like no passion to it. It's like your dick's just there to collect its paycheck. It's like, yeah, this isn't what I really want to do with my life right now. So, I did it. I got away with it, I faked. But here's the thing. As soon as I faked, she climbed off of me, and there was a look on her face that I'll never forget. It was like when people watch movies and they don't get the satisfying ending. They're like, that was it? It's like, holy shit, did I fake come too early? When I'm fucked, what am I supposed to do at that point? I just faked an orgasm. I can't take it back. Just kidding, gorgeous. I didn't come yet. Come on, hop back on. I'm a sex prankster. No. I got, lay in the bed that I made. That was it, It's like, fuck, well, all I had to do was fall asleep awkwardly near her and wake up early in the morning the next day. And so when I woke up the next day, it's really awkward. It's my first one-night stand. And as soon as I left, she sprawled over to the other side of the bed. And she had that very happy, content look on her face. And that was a face that was missing from our endeavors the night before. Because she was just happy that she had the bed to herself. So at that point I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable, but whatever. So a couple days later, she texts me, and I get happy, because I kind of like this girl. I kind of want to see her again. And she texted me to tell me that she didn't want to see me again. That makes me the biggest used bitch slut ever. I just had my first one-night stand. I faked an orgasm, and I didn't get called back. Right there, I just want to crawl up on a couch watching Vampire Diaries. It's feeling very vulnerable, very feminine, But I gotta hold myself. I'm like, no, you can't do this. So this is what I did. I texted her back. I said, yeah? Well, that sandwich I sent you didn't have mayonnaise on it, bitch. That's it, guys. My name is Jason Davis. Thank you very much.
Is there anyone in here that's a member of the military, former, active? Anyone? Clap if you... All right, great. This is going to go over really well then. I was a little worried about that. All right, let me just say, I support the men and women of our military. I love them. I will go to every parade, donate, volunteer, anything I can do to help them, okay? But I have a request. Will you please stop cock-blocking civilians like me? I'm a dork, okay? I know it's fucking shocking. I don't need... aren't they supposed to take care of the weak and fragile, right? Do they? Let me give you... the other night, I was out at this club, and I saw a couple of attractive young ladies, so I went over to talk to them. And in the course of, I did the introductions, like, hey, my name is John, and, so on and so forth. And then the one young lady said, my name is Saxony. Right? And she kind of had this look on her face like she probably gets it all the time. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know what that means, right? I jumped on it. I'm like, oh, Saxony, like that region of Germany, right? She was impressed. She goes, oh my God, how did you know that? Now see, I could have had the option of not being a dork and answered something like, oh, I went backpacking through Europe one summer, or I volunteered for the Peace Corps, Nope. I said, oh, well, I play a lot of Risk, so... region of Germany there. I've had my pieces on it many times. Not as sexy as you think. You know what? Amazingly though, I was able to continue the conversation with her, later in the night. So we're sitting there, my friend and I are there with a couple of her friends, and it was going pretty well. All of a sudden, this guy comes over. He's, kind of taller, he's decent looking, and just jumps right into the middle of the conversation there, no regard for man law or whatever. And he introduces himself and gets to her, and she says, oh, my name is Saxony. And he gave the response she normally gets, kind of like, hey, what? And so I'm going to jump on this, right? This is the best thing I've said all night. I'm like, didn't you ever play Risk? And then he just went to this dark place. And he goes, yeah, I know that game. It was 8 years ago. I was a Marine. We had just been dropped behind enemy lines in Iraq as part of Operation Hotel California. I was with my best friend Timmy, and we had a few hours before we were set to go on alert. So we decided to play a game from our childhood. It was Risk. It was a quiet and calm evening, like when we were young. Until the mortars started falling. It was a game we would never get to finish. Fuck, dude, you couldn't just say yes, you dick? I'm a dork. You don't have to, like, you know, I'm gonna fuck this up no matter what. Thanks a lot for just, you know what it was like? You've seen these highlights on ESPN all the time, where like that kid that was the high school manager on the basketball team that everybody really loved, but you know, he just didn't have any athletic ability, maybe he was a little slow in the head, but he was on the team every year, so finally, at the end of the year, he got in that game that was up 20 points, and they put him in the game, and everybody was cheering for him, and he got to take that three-pointer, and it went in, and you know, the other team was like, let him have his moment. Not this guy, fucking Captain America over here. I'm getting ready to take that three, and he's that douchebag that comes in for the other team and goes, no! Not in my house, motherfucker! Joke's on him, though. I did get her number, and she assures me that when she gets back from that 7-year round trip to Mars, we're gonna go out. So I got that going. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Like Brian said, it's been 1 year for me. Thank you so much for making this the best year of my life. Brian B., everyone.
Guys, I could lose 10 pounds, but my husband could lose 50, so fuck it, right? I think it's important for both members of this marriage to be equally unattractive, you know what I'm saying? I used to struggle with my weight until I watched this TV movie about a really fat woman who went to the doctor and discovered that she wasn't heavy after all. In fact, she had an absorbed fetus in her abdomen, which is really disgusting because her entire life was spent with this, you know, absorbed twin inside of her. Some people rely on WebMD to help diagnose a medical condition, but I say a Lifetime movie starring Tori Spelling works just as well. I want you all to think about it. I'm only fat here and here, which means I should have been triplets. Guys, that's great news because I think I look damn good for 3 people. Oh man. I've been married for about 9.5 years. Lots of highs, lots of lows. You know, when I think about it, if anything were to ever happen to my husband, guys, I don't know what I would tell the cops to cover it up. If a married person ever dies suddenly, it's the spouse. On top of being married, I'm also a mom. I have 2 kids. Yeah, guys, I have 2 kids that I know of. It's a nice part about being a woman, you know, it doesn't matter how drunk you may have been at the point of conception, there's not enough alcohol to keep you drunk enough to forget being pregnant for 9 months and then having a C-section, right? When I think about a friend of mine here that's not talking to me right now, I feel a little frustrated because I just need to probably call her up. What happened is that she turned 30 recently and had several parties thrown in honor of this milestone, and I couldn't make it to any of them. What I wanted to say was, hello, my parents are from a third world country. They never plan birthdays. They plan funerals. Guys, I can't tell you how upset my father was when I outgrew a coffin he scored at a yard sale. It was a really good deal. It's hard, you know, being an immigrant in America because not every custom translates well. For example, you're gonna hate this joke. My dad used to beat the hell out of my mom, and my brothers and I were fine with it because we're Africans, you guys. This is the social norm back home. So you can imagine how frustrated we would get when Americans would jump in and break up some of the best matches we'd seen in months. Because I would just shrug my shoulders and say, I guess this is the end of round 1. Let's go home and wrap this up. I almost got a speeding ticket the other day. I was in a rush to get to the grocery store because I found a recipe online called Better Than Sex Cake. Spent the entire afternoon putting my heart and soul into this recipe, and I just am here to tell you all that the woman who posted that recipe, not really into sex. You guys, it was awful. I was really disappointed, and I just spent the rest of the night, you know, cleaning up the mess. A thought occurred to me. I was like, maybe the recipe had a typo in it. She may have left the word anal out, because it was better than that. I've got a girlfriend in my social circle who's incredibly religious. She's constantly praying for people and tracking her concerns on a list. And recently she was embarrassed because she walked in on one of our friends' spouses. The poor guy was undressed, just naked at the house, but in the bedroom trying to get ready for a party his wife was throwing that evening. And my girlfriend was like, Nardos, I'm so embarrassed, I don't know what to do. But now I'm a little concerned because of how well endowed he is. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. I'm worried about our friend. I'm gonna put her on my prayer list. And I thought, you know, since they've been married for 10 years and have 4 kids, you should put her on your giant vagina list instead.
I hang out downtown all the time, so I see a lot of... I'm so fucking sick of homeless people. I know some people are like, oh, it's horrible, but guess what? Those people don't drink past 11 on a fucking Friday. You don't see the shit that they are. I saw a guy holding a sign one time, and first of all, anytime I see a homeless guy holding a sign, I'm like, how did he make the sign? Like, I've seen a lot of shit on the side of roads, never seen a Sharpie. I've never seen some guy just driving along, I'm writing for no reason, this doesn't work anymore, throws it out the window. That doesn't fucking happen. Did you melt down a shoe and use the fucking base as a grease pen? Homeless and, that doesn't happen. But I saw a guy, he's holding a sign, and it said, need food, I'm hungry. Oh, God. Wish I could do something, but light screen. I gotta go. Maybe tomorrow. So as I'm passing him, I look in his eyes, and then immediately away, and I look back at the sign. It didn't say, I need food, I'm hungry. It said, need food, I'm hungry. He forgot the fucking R. And here's my rule, if someone forgets a letter or spells something wrong on their sign, definitely homeless. That's it, it has to be. I saw something so bad today. I saw a guy, he's holding a cardboard thing, and there's no words on it. It's just a fucking piece of cardboard. Many things are through my head, and shittily, this light was way too long. So I'm just sitting there, just kind of avoiding eye contact, and then keep looking at the sign. Is there really nothing on it? Is it lightly with a pen? No, it's nothing. Did he use a pencil? No, it's really nothing. Maybe he's illiterate and he's really just trying to prove to people, like, I can't even fucking write anything. Alright guys, thank you very much. That's my time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm an idiot, man. We got any more idiots out there? I'm a fucking idiot, man. Like, I'm an idiot. I drink so goddamn much. I think I become addicted to drinking. So I've been watching that show, Intervention, and I was just like, oh, watch the show. But sometimes it becomes offensive to me. Sometimes that show pisses me off. Jessica drinks a fifth a day because she was touched as a small child. Guys, I drink a fifth a day because I haven't been touched since I was a small child. I just had a better body as a second grader. I don't know. Gotta tell you, Christmas is weird with Uncle Gary telling me I'm too old. It's awkward nowadays. I'm glad you guys are laughing at that because you look like a classy crowd. You guys look, I'm not a classy person. I try to be a classy person, but I'm not. You guys really look classy. You look like you're gonna like go home and have sex on a Sleep Number mattress. Like, throw some chocolate and strawberries in there. I'm gonna go home and jerk off on a stained futon with malt liquor and cigarettes. That's what happened. I'm 30 years old, 50 pounds overweight, and I still live at home with my parents. Yeah. Most people are surprised to find out I don't own any t-shirts or posters with dragons on them. I don't. One poster, I got it from the mall. It was like 50% off. He's breathing fire. It's pretty fucking sweet. Fucking poster, man. Oh man, I just turned 30. In my 20s, man, I screwed up a lot. Do we got some fuck ups here? Do we got some fuck ups in Grand Rapids? One guy wooed. He's like really proud of being a fuck up. Like, calm down. No, a few years ago, guys, I was working for General Motors, making $25 an hour. 3 years ago, I was mentoring kids, making $15 an hour. Now I work at a dealership and I make $8. Apparently it's all part of my 5-year fuck my life plan. I mean, I didn't know I had one. Guess the stars just aligned for me.
You from around here? Sorry to bug you. Just wondering how far I gotta follow you home later. I'll see you later. You will not see me. This gotten to the point of hairiness that I'm starting to show up blurry in photos. They call me the urban Sasquatch. I've also gotten to the point of sadness that I've been Febrezing my shirts instead of washing them. And I've been blacking out stains on my pants with a Sharpie. I missed a few. You guys know what the most popular gaming system is in Rwanda? Sega Genocide. Groans, groans, every groan makes my dick a little harder. Keep groaning. I didn't mess around with Play-Doh much as a kid. I was a bit more of an Aristotle fan. Yeah. Some of you are like, you know, I liked Play-Doh, but I preferred Socrates. All right, good for you. You're not on stage. Who cares? Came up with this jerk-off method that's based on a director named M. Night Shyamalan. You guys familiar with his work? Yeah. So the twist is that I'm actually jerking off another guy. Yep. And it turns out to be M. Night Shyamalan. Thrown in a shitty cameo, winks at me and goes, "Do you get it?" Thank goodness he's not around much anymore. You guys ever walk in on someone eating pussy and be like, "Hey, you gonna finish that?"
Oh, me Racky, Canaringus. Oh.